Bonjour.
Bonjour.
On est à Cannes, à la quinzaine réalisateur. Qu'est-ce que ça signifie pour vous d'être à Cannes? Ah pardon, en anglais, désolé.
Ah oui.
What does it mean to you to be at the quinzaine in Cannes, such an iconic, place for cinema?
Yeah, it's so exciting. I mean, I've been hearing and seeing pictures of Cannes for years, and now to be here is it's just exciting for the movie as well, because we know Cannes is like the best platform there is for films, and to know that the film is here and being seen here and being associated with Cannes is great. I mean, yeah.
As an actor, booming in your career, does it help to be here? Do you kind of network? Do you get to work on
My PR? Do I do PR?
Exactly.
Not really.
No?
No. I mean, maybe it helps to be here. I don't really know, but it's mostly just an occasion to meet up with everyone who've done the film and kind of be with them. We shot the film a year ago, and so it's kind of a great opportunity to just be with them again. Isabelle was such a great rencontre, and to see her again and just to see her enthusiasm and her openness and generosity is heartwarming.
Yeah, how is it working with her on set?
It's fantastic. I mean, she is so generous and so present. What I tried to take from her, and also it was imposed by Lionel a little bit, but her openness in approaching the scenes and working, there was something that was so trusting, and she just did it. She just went for it. And whereas I usually always kind of try to control and understand, but I think I understood with Lionel's intelligence and precision. I was like, maybe I'm not gonna get it. Maybe I'm not gonna understand what's asked of me. And it's a good thing, because it means that I'm working with people who are much more intelligent than me, which is always great. So I should just do it and not worry about it and trust them, And I feel like that's what I did, but it was the first time for me kind of just throwing myself in the open and kind of, not necessarily being in control.
Yeah, I loved how it was such a current topic, but then not like from kind of a personal level. Is that something that attracted you in the script?
Yeah, what do you mean it was a personal topic?
No, like a kind of current affair topic, but then approached from a very personal point of view.
Of course, I mean, the tone of the film is so singular to Lionel, I think. The humor in it, but also his point of view on everything, and the way that he tells his story, the way he approaches this tragic crisis in the world, but kind of makes a satire out of our dealing with it, I find so brilliant. And it's all new to me because I'm Canadian, so this isn't so close to home, this crisis in particular, and the European Union. So it was also just a new world for me to explore, and new subjects, new themes. And it's also my first film in Europe, and it's a very European film with people from so many different countries, so many different cultures. And so that was kind of a real first bath of people and of cultures that was all new to me, and it was fascinating.
Yeah, amazing. For a first bath, like you went all in.
Yeah.
You mentioned satire. I definitely enjoyed the humor. Is that a genre that you like doing in general?
Yes, I didn't feel like I was in a satire. I really didn't approach it that way, because everything I have to do with Isabelle is it's a very hard, tumultuous relationship. And Albert is also kind of so invested in this crisis, and he wants to help so badly that for me it didn't feel that funny. You know, it wasn't like I wasn't going into something for fun. But I do enjoy this genre. I think that there should always be, even when it's the most tragic thing, there can always be a little bit of humor somewhere. That makes it a story, you know. In films, I don't think there's any humor in it in life. But I think that in telling the story, there can always be a part of it.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's a good point that like movies with humor don't necessarily are like fun on set, you know, like I think it's two different things.
Yeah. I think maybe some parts of it were fun on set with Tom and, you know, but those parts weren't so fun.
How is it working with, like, you mentioned, like, that it's amazing to meet the whole team again? Is that, like, the beauty of festivals, to be able to...
When you like them, when you enjoyed your time, yeah. When you didn't, it's kind of like, oh, well, we have to be together again. No, but it's usually nice meeting people again and seeing people. But that was kind of an especially good group of people. Lionel is a very, you know, every set is so different, and I think mostly because of the director. Because the person at the top kind of dictates the vibe for everyone, and we're so influenced by it. And so Lionel's wit, humor, patience, intelligence has kind of, you know, been infused to us all. Well, maybe I can't say, you know, I wasn't infused by his intelligence. I can't, you know, you can't emulate that, but the vibe was so open again that yeah, I just love them. So it's great to see them again.
You have great experience in like TV series, mini series, all that stuff. How does that compare to like the classic movie genre, like film?
It's just longer, I think, shooting series, really, and it's always so different. You know, it always depends on the director and the producers and the environment that's created for us.
Personally?
No, again, because it just depends on the people. The people constitute the set. And whether it's a series or a film or a short film or, you know, it's always just about that, I think. Always.
And as a viewer, are you going to get to watch any films in Cannes? Are you more of
I'm trying. I would love to. It's so crazy to be in a film festival and not have time to really see any film, but I'm trying. Yes, I would love to. So many.
I mean, Cannes is famous for having super busy schedules, so
yes.
We don't blame you.
Yeah.
And do you want to just say a word about your character? How did you do the research for it? You know, you mentioned being like not from Europe, so how is that?
Well, I think for me, what was important was to understand his urgency and his sense of, I think urgency is the right word. There's something so pressing and he understands it. And he doesn't stay, and I admire him and people like that who get involved and actually get to work. Who don't stay just as observers and, you know, they really take action. And I'm really impressed by them. And so I was really impressed by him and intimidated as well. Because I don't have that fire. I feel like I feel so awkward in the world that I'm still trying to just like, I'm so overwhelmed by it that I'm trying to understand it. But these people are really doing what should be done, and they're trying to help and make a difference. Even if sometimes it makes no difference, they're still trying, you know, because it's the only thing to do. And so I was just very admiring of him. And also of his wound with his mother, who kind of left him when he was 12. That really troubled me. How are you affected? by something like that, and how do you cope with it, and maybe you don't understand how it has affected you. I don't think we do, and I think that also gave a perspective for me. I don't think that I understand what I'm going through when I'm going through it. I always have to like take a step back, and it's always like 2 months later I realize, oh, I went through that, or that was hard, or you always have to like step out of it. Well, I always have to step out of it. So it kind of also gave perspective on myself, I think.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Okay, and final question: what are you up to after the festival? Like any future projects you can talk to us about?
Well, I'm shooting a TV show in Paris for 6 months, which is exciting. I don't think I can really say what it is yet, so I'm sorry because this sucks to not be able to say. But yes, I'm going to be in Paris. It's going to be my first time also shooting in Paris. But yes, so that's what I'm doing for 6 months. I just finished a film in Quebec with Félix Mariteau. It's my third film with Sophie Dupuis, who I've done Souterrain and Chien Garde with. And it's a film on love, a relationship, but also a very toxic relationship between two guys who are also drag queens. So it's kind of it's exciting. It's an exciting film. So I'm very excited for it to be seen out in the world.
Awesome, I'm excited too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.